Hello everybody and welcome back to Felsbrunn. So you've probably already noticed that we have £39,000 and before, in the previous episode, we only had £26,000. There is a very good reason for this, and that is I did a live stream between the two episodes and managed to do two contracts which boosted the money quite well. The first one was to harvest some corn, the second one was to harvest some sunflowers. The sunflowers actually were in this field next to us. So because we're going to be doing this series now as a live stream as well, just to speed it up a bit, so we can actually earn some money. I'm not too worried about what goes into this field. It was supposed to be oats, but I've decided against that now. What I'm going to do is, well, do this, put some canola in, then we'll harvest the canola, and this field is then going to be turned into grass. I'm going to do some grass bales, hay bales, silage, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully make money that way. I did also finish subsoiling it in the previous stream, so that is why it's all ready to go. It's all ready to be drilled. So that really has increased the speed of the series, which is good, and I'll be doing more later. So with the new update coming soon, it is actually out as a beta version, or a beta version, however you want to pronounce that. It's going to be possible to actually create your own farms by landscaping. You can do landscaping, which I'm really looking forward to. So yes, if you haven't got that set up, it will be coming out soon, but you can get it now if you'd like to. So this will be the end of this field for an arable field. It will be turning completely into grass, and I might even put some more trees in at the far side there. Not in the middle of the field, because I do need this for the grass to actually be able to feed the horses with some hay. But yeah, it's going to be multi-purpose. We're going to do quite a few things here on this piece of land. Anyway, just to increase the speed of the video, I'm just going to jump and cut, and we're going to get this done really quickly, and then we can move on to job number 2. We are going to be doing some landscaping on this Let's Play as well, to level off things like that, because that's not really wanted in this field. But that'll be when we have some more money, because I believe that it actually does cost money to do the landscaping, to do the terrain editing, so we don't really have the money to spend at the moment, but we're going to be doing quite a bit with that in other Let's Plays. Okay, so there we go, that's all done. We'll fold the weeder up. We do have another field to drill, but that's going to be probably oats, and I might split it in half. We might do oats and wheat, although we are doing okay for wheat, so maybe the whole field will be oats, we'll see. But that can be drilled later. I'm not really in a rush for that. So, I think they're all alright, these animals. I think the horses are fine. I will just very quickly take a look. Chickens seem pretty good. Yeah, they're fine. Again, they're okay. It doesn't look good, but they're fine. We only have 4 horses, so the food which we have for them should last for a little while. Right, so I put the weeder just back in the shed here, where it lives. It lives just here. Not much point in washing the tractor again, it's still fairly clean. But in a few days' time that will be ready to be done. So, like I say, we're going to do some more live streams. It's mostly going to be contract work, because that is just such a good way of making money fast, without having to spend too much money to begin with, except for the leasing fees. So, yeah, just basically stay tuned to my channel if you want to watch those. I'll be publishing the streams afterwards anyway, so if you do miss them, it's not really the end of the world. So, the dog seems happy, that's good. Now, we do still have quite a bit of grass. If you look at the grass surrounding both of our two fields, it's going to add up quite a bit. So, if we have the loading wagon, which is currently full of straw, and a mower on the front of the tractor, not necessarily this tractor, we could potentially get quite a bit of grass picked up. Some of it we could give to an animal, not these two though, unless we were to use a tedder, but we could also sell it. It may be better though, if we can afford it, to be able to create hay so that we can sell some of it and also give the rest of it to the horses. So if we just look into tedders, I really don't know the price of these things. Doesn't seem too bad actually. It depends on the price of the front mower. 11,000 we can do. Of course we do have the disc bind as well, that could be quite handy. Although that's probably the better option. Right, so yeah, we can afford it. We could actually make quite a bit of money here. So we're going to do that today. I might not go for the front mower, although actually having the front mower could be good, because then we could always get this in the end as well. It's very tough decision this. So, that just cuts it, I think. That puts it into a swath, if I'm not mistaken. Although that might put it in swath too. Yeah, I think they're exactly the same, just a different brand. So we might as well go for the cheaper one, which is actually wider anyway and requires less horsepower. So here it is, the GMD 4411 from Kuhn. Let's just buy that. And while I'm at it, I'll also get the Tedder, otherwise I'm bound to try and buy something else without thinking straight. So we have £12,000, that's fine, because like I say, we'll be doing a live stream fairly soon to boost that up again. £27,000, and also hopefully by the end of today's episode we will have sold some hay. That at least is the plan. So we do have enough power to be able to mow and then obviously do the tedding and then pick it all up. We can use just this tractor, and we really are boosting the amount of hours on it. It's already got 13.1 hours, and they're all proper hours. It's not like just in-game hours. They're real hours. Although I have to admit the worker has been driving it quite a bit of the time. Right, there it is. There they are, I should say. So it looks like this one, instead of it folding up, this one actually swings back. So it's actually more in line and probably more stable as well. Okay, so we are basically looking for grass, but I think it's going to come to quite a bit. Now, these flowers or the weeds that we have in the field, there's been quite a discussion about them in the comment section for the previous Felsbrunn episode that I did. Some viewers have said that it could just be that the grass is fully grown and it's flowered. Others have said that it's because I had the spray boom too low, and others think it's a glitch. Now, I actually still don't know. I would like to say that it is gone to flower. The grass has got some other things in there which have, well, like this, as you can see. But I just don't know. It's definitely not that the spray boom was too low. I've already tried that. I've put the spray boom right up and it still won't kill them off. So I think that it is that the grass has flowered. But this grass here doesn't seem to do that, so I don't know. Anyway, if they cut with this, it doesn't even bother me at all. It's fine. That is so wide. That's much wider than I was expecting. That will explain why it didn't fold up. So how much of this land do we own? Do we own right up to the boundary of the other field? Yes, we do. Interesting. Or maybe we don't. It's kind of... I think what it's doing is it's picking a bit off the side there. Spreading it out. Yeah, we don't own all of it. But we own some, so we can ted it and we can put the rower through here. Of course, we probably need the rower as well, actually. It's a good point. But that's fine. How much of this can we cut then? How much of this do we own? Up to there. That's still pretty good. That's not too bad. But the main focus is going to be over there. I've just checked and we can afford a windrow, which is nice. That's going to be very helpful. But yeah, I do need to desperately do another contract. So this is the main section. As you can see, we're cutting much more of here. And we really don't need to have these tyres on. These wheels. I should probably get those changed over. But still, this is all going to be extra income. Wow, I've just changed the wheels over and it's amazingly now much more unstable. The extra wheels were adding stability, which of course in real life you'd expect, but in the game I wasn't expecting it at all. I do think that the physics are pretty good in the game. Much more realistic than they used to be. There we go, just finished up. Now, it obviously wasn't a very big area, and it didn't seem to be that dense, the grass, but we'll soon find out exactly what we can make off this. This is actually a test. We're just cutting the paddock to tidy it up a bit, because it was a right mess with all those weeds there. I think they were weeds, I'm pretty sure they were. Although there are a few other flowers over at the roadside over there, so I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, if I just put it over to one side, we're going to be using it again later because we do have, well, all of this field is going to be grass. And we'll do this properly. This is just me playing around with some new kit. But what we need to do now is get the tedder out, turn it all over, and then we'll get the windrower. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. No. No, there. Whew. I tried to lower it and it decides to unfold. So we have to drop it from a height. Interesting. Right. So back over to the store. Yeah, these are flowers. Yeah, it was flowers. It was flowers. It's just me getting confused. As somebody else has pointed out, that the definition of a weed is a flower or something else in the wrong place. I'm actually very pleased that I have done this. I know that we don't have much money anymore, and we're about to finish off with £2,000, but it's going to boost the hay fill level in the horse's trough, and, well, the horses are very important to us because they are worth a fortune. If they're properly looked after, which I'm looking for, that's what we're supposed to be doing, £50,000 per horse. So even though we only have 4 horses, we still have potentially £200,000 worth of animals in the paddock. The windrower, however, is the single windrower, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for the amount of land we own. I would love to own more land, but unfortunately we just can't afford it. So yeah, this is the tedder, obviously, not the windrower. This is just to convert it into hay. So it's already drying on the top surface. It's got some lovely sunshine beating down, despite it being 7 PM, and also despite it drying out so quickly. It's only been cut for a few hours, a few minutes. The neighbour has got some grass in their field, but that's fine. That is fine. So once again, I need to go around just doing this. Is it going to spread that straw everywhere? Yes, it did. I can't go too far into the neighbour's field because what it would do is it would just stop working. It would still animate, but it won't actually turn the grass over, as you can see. So here we are, we have the windrower. It's not a very expensive one. In fact, I've used one of these in real life. You have to take all the rakes off here and then just basically slot them onto here, put the pin in, and you're ready to go. It takes a while though. So yeah, nice and simple in Farming Simulator. Anyway, yes, I don't know why I turned the engine off. Let's get cracking with this. Again, it's going to be a very quick time lapse because it's just so much easier to view that way. I think I need to pull quite a bit of the grass out of this bank. Again, we should be able to change this in the new patch, which I am going to install, and actually by the time you've watched this video I might have already done a video on it, possibly, but it's not installed at the moment. Yeah, that's definitely worked, that's good. So I'm going to get this done and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's looking a bit crazy and thin on the ground, but what we need to remember is this is just the wasted land, and I'm probably going to put another chicken coop over there on that piece, because the grass quality is better if you drill it than if you're just basically picking bits up from around the pastures. So, from around the paddocks. This is just a bonus, really. It's just me playing with some kit, and if we can get enough hay to fulfill the requirements of the horses, then that'd be really good. So, To finish off with, we need to get the loading wagon. It's going to be full of straw, so what we'll do is fill up the trough for the horses, or just fill up the horses' pen, and then we'll sell the rest, because we really don't get through it very quickly anyway. So yeah, it should last quite some time, and there'll be some oats coming soon anyway in fin number 25. Okay, so let's go and attach to the loading wagon, go over to the horses, then over to the sell point, and then we'll be back to finish off by picking things up. And again, any hay that we don't give to the horses we'll sell. So I really don't know how much we're going to finish off with, how much money, but it might be surprisingly impressive. I don't think hay is worth a great deal, but it's all extra. And it's got rid of the weeds, which is good. Right, so we have 12,711 litres to take over to the sell point, which is the barn, which isn't too far from here. Let's get those beacons on, and we'll get it tipped. Oh, we've already put some canola in this field. Didn't realise. If you've already commented, thank you. It's been a few days since I've been on the map. I've been very busy with the survival series, which everybody seems to be enjoying. At least the majority do. So yeah, we have loads of canola. What we'll do then is we'll just harvest that when it's ready and replace it with oats, which is actually better, because that means we don't have to waste any fuel running the subsoiler and the power harrow, because I was a bit concerned that we would be doing both. We'll be cultivating it twice. Right, there we go. So that's an extra £945 for us, that's good. It's all just, like I say, it's just extra. I'm not really looking at profits for it, I just don't even know what it costs to make the straw. Hardly anything, because we've sold the crop, so it's just the diesel, and the profits has already been made from the crop anyway, so the straw really is just a bonus. We start from here, so let's see how quickly it fills up. 5 litres, it's a good start. That seems to be filling up at a fairly good rate. I don't know if I can pick up the bits which are in the neighbouring field. But yeah, that's not too bad. Bearing in mind a bale is 4,000 litres, and I think we paid... what did we pay? It was $6.50. $6.50 a bale. So essentially, for every 4,000 litres we make here, or pick up, we're actually saving £650. It's quite a bit just down the hillside. So that is pretty much 3,000 litres already. So probably over £500 worth. This is certainly the best area, the easiest to pick it up from. And that's because we drilled this piece. So the rest of the fields will be as easy as this when we do them. But yeah, there's going to be quite an expansion, I'm hoping, of the farm over the next few live streams that I do. Yeah, it's filling up so fast. So I think that pretty much confirms that just the grass around the outside of the field isn't really worth much at all, and it's not going to yield very well. Obviously you can pick it up, but it's only just worth bothering to do it. Chickens have started to produce quite a few eggs now, and before, when I sold the eggs, it was just a few empty or half full boxes, maybe not even half full, so it wasn't really a good representation of how much you can actually make off the chickens. So yes, they're going to be hopefully really good in the future. We're going to get some more when we can afford them. It's just taking time to build up the farm, but it is getting there. It's really getting there, and eventually we should be making a few thousand a day, easily. I think I've pretty much finished. I've got most of the bits. There are the odd bits here and there, which I'll try and tidy up. But it's about half a loading wagon's worth. That sounds pretty good to me. It looks like I missed pieces when I came to cut the grass, but actually I couldn't cut these longer pieces, the bits that look longer. Looks really messy actually. That's why I need to focus on just doing it in the field. Anyway, that is done. So how much are the horses going to take? It might be that they take all of it. The maximum capacity of the feeding trough suffices for 10 days. I'm sure it wasn't full. Hay, 2985. That is really interesting. Maybe we can't just do it straight from the loading wagon. Maybe we have to tip it out and put it in there with a front loader tractor. This is a good opportunity to buy a bucket, so let's just go and see what we can do with the bucket. Hopefully we can put it in there, unless I'm doing something wrong, which wouldn't surprise me. I'll just tip a bit there, see what we can do here. It might be that, like I say, I've done something ridiculously obvious, and you might all be screaming at your screens now, but let's just find out. If I can pick this up and tip it into there, it's a mystery. I don't actually know what I'll have done wrong. The action can't be performed. It's not classed as grass, is it? Even though it should be hay. Maybe it is. Or maybe that is the most we can give them because of the amount of horses we have. Could be, in which case I'll keep this here for the future. And the rest of it can be sold because we're now desperate for money. By the end of the next live stream I should be able to get this back up to £30,000 or £40,000, the bank account balance. That'll be good. To then spend in the following episode. I understand you can sell the hay here, if indeed it is hay, which I'm guessing it is. It says grass, okay, so maybe that, I can only think of one thing, maybe because it wasn't all tedded properly, it picked up a piece of grass and it then recognised the whole load as grass. I think it did that with the combine harvester, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that's a learning curve. Next time it should be done properly, so thank you for watching, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.